don't know if you can hear me or not, so please let me know in the chat if you can hear me, although if you can't, you won't know what I'm asking. So here's hoping you can just hear me, because otherwise you won't know what I'm even asking. I have got my phone off to the side of me, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to see if anything comes in. Actually, it might not have started for you guys yet, because it does not look like it has started on my phone, so maybe it's just waiting for the time to be done. We'll see. Oh, got a notification telling me that I'm live, so that's a good start. It's not working on my phone yet though, so let's just see. Oh, now is it working? Can you guys hear me? Hello, Melissa. And hello, Belinda and Paula. I can see you all in here. I hope you guys can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me. I've never done a YouTube live before, so I'm just trying to figure this out. So I don't know if I'm zoomed in enough. I'm kind of just trying to figure this out. Hang on. Oh, yep, okay, I can hear myself. I just turned my sound on my phone so that I could just check for a moment. You can hear me. Yay, I'm so glad. I'm so pleased. I'm hoping that I've got this sort of in frame. It looks very different on my iPad above me, where I'm filming from, than it does on my phone. So I'm hoping that you guys can just sort of see what I've got going on here. And I've got my phone here beside me so that I can keep up with what's happening in the chat. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited that you guys are here. Hello from DC. Wow. That is so exciting that we've got people from everywhere. Can you guys let me know what time it is where you guys are? It is 12:30 and just after lunch here in New Zealand. I'm just getting myself all comfortable with my electric blanket on because it's cold and winter. Today is winter solstice. It's the shortest day, and so it's the longest day for you guys in the northern hemisphere, right? Summer solstice. That's so exciting. I'm so glad that it is going to get lighter from now on. Today's going to be our short day, and then we're going to get lighter and lighter, and I'm so excited. Look, you probably actually can't really tell, but I made myself my little snack plate for later on in my little solstice, nighttime plate. It's got moons and stars on it. You can't really tell, but that's my little snack plate in case I get hungry later on. I've had lunch, so I'm fine for now, but just in case, if we're here for a little while and I get snacky, then I've got that option. I forgot to bring myself in any water, so I've got this coffee, and if I need water, then I will just have to tough it out. And be strong through that. So I am trying to make sure I can keep looking at I'm not used to this. I'm used to filming and just chatting here, and not having to look to my side to read these comments. So hello, yes, it is the longest day. Hi, Danny. It's 8:30 for a lot of you guys, it would seem. A lot of people are saying it's 8:30. It's 5:30 for you in Arizona. Melissa in northern Florida. Christina's in North Carolina. Oh, so nice. So nice to have you guys all here. I'm just trying to keep up with this chat and reading. If you are noticing my thumb moving on my cup, it's just because my cup's really warm and I am absolutely freezing. I don't really have much of a plan of what we're going to do here today. I think I'm just going to get my journal out and do some catching up, because quite honestly, I am really behind in my journaling. Even in the gluing stuff in my journal, I'm just getting super behind in there. So I thought I would just chat with you guys and we could do some journaling. And I don't know if you guys saw on my Instagram stories earlier this morning, I want to do a few little giveaways. I thought, because this is my 5-year celebration of being on YouTube. So I've been on YouTube for 5 years. It was on Wednesday, but I couldn't go live on Wednesday because I did not get myself organized enough. So I'm doing it today instead, which is Friday here in New Zealand. Sunny in Europe, Belinda. Oh my goodness, actually, I'm looking out the window. It's a little bit patchy sunny. It's getting better. It poured with rain this morning. It was so cold. But yeah, 5 years on YouTube. I am just really excited about that. I've been on YouTube for ages, it feels like, and then also feels like no time. But I wanted to do some giveaways of these little packs that I made up. So I made up 5 of them because 5 years. So that was how I decided on the number of packs. And in here I've got all of these things that I just have had in my shop, and some of these will be like Patreon things. You know, I've just got like these postcards and a whole bunch of my vinyl stickers and things like that. So I'm going to do 5 little giveaways, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to have to just like write down everyone's names and then pull them out of a hat or something. So we may do that. I do not know how I'm going to do that exactly. I did not get that far ahead in my planning, but I would love to send out some of these little mails for you guys for being here, because I'm so grateful that you guys are still hanging around. A lot of you guys, I don't know how many of you guys would have been following me for all of the 5 years. I bet very few people would have been here since the beginning. I think Belinda, you might have been pretty early on in my YouTubing time that we met each other. Having a little sip of my coffee. But yeah, I don't know that many people would have been around for that whole 5 years, because obviously right at the beginning, when you first start a channel, you have no subscribers, so it takes a long time for people to find you. So 5 packs for 5 years. Yes, Rosalind, I would like to write down everyone's names, but it is going to be a challenge to do that, I think. Oh, you just started following this year, Diane. So nice to have you here. So exciting. Oh my gosh, look, sunny in the Manawatu, Jess. But chilly, yeah, it's cold here, isn't it? It's cold. I'm not near the Manawatu, so I guess it could be very different, but it is cold, very cold here today. I wish I just found you recently, Rosalind. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Is that the cup you made in pottery? Yes, I did make this mug. I did. I made this one a few years ago now, maybe like 2 years ago. It's one of the first mugs that I made, and it's still one of my favorites that I've made. Yeah, I've made a few things that I have in my little craft space. This mug doesn't obviously just stay in here, but I've got a few things around that I've made in my pottery. I only found you sometime late last year from Jess. Yeah, I bet a lot of you guys have been more recent, I would imagine. But it's been 5 years since I started. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad. In case you guys did not know, I never, ever intended to start a YouTube channel. That was never, ever the plan. My husband told me that I should, and he kept like hassling me about it. And I was so embarrassed and like anxious about it, and I just didn't want to do it. And he kept hassling me. And then eventually I did. And I'm so grateful that he hassled me, because I love it now. I love coming on and sharing and chatting with you guys. So I've got a bunch of photos here printed out. I've got my binder journal. Here's my little journal. Now I'm going to move that coffee, or else it's going to be right in the way. I'm quite badly behind in my journal. Way to go, husband. Absolutely. James is the bomb, and I would never, ever have started this channel if it wasn't for him. There's just no way, I don't think. He's always like #1 supporter, encouraging me with everything. He's the best. So I've got not a lot done in here. Amazing mug. I tried pottery. Sorry, it's hard to read all of this because there's this little heart that's blocking half of the comments. I tried pottery years ago, but couldn't make anything taller than about 1 inch. Did you do it on a wheel? I hand build everything. I've never used a wheel. I don't even know how to use a wheel. I hand build everything, and I think that makes it a lot easier, honestly. I am pretty glad I hand build over wheel building. Wheel building looks so hard. It looks so hard. I love just building everything by hand. So where am I up to in my journal? The other day, I did a bunch of writing. I mean, I'm still not caught up, but I had about 3 pages written in, so I was pretty behind. But I'm up to, this was all through my holiday at the beginning of the month. This was all the holiday pages. I think I got pretty much all of the holiday pages done, except for the day that we drove home, I believe. Yeah, here's the day we drove home, and I haven't written on that day yet. It was on a wheel. Hand build. Yeah, hand building I think is so easy. I mean, easy in some ways. Obviously, there are challenges involved in hand building as well, but oh, I love pottery, Melissa. Definitely recommend. I love it so much. I've been doing it for I think about nearly 2 years. We're just finishing up this term. I just did my last session last night in pottery for the term, and then we've got a 5-week break. It's so long. I don't get it. She's making this break enormous. It's fine. I can go into the studio and use her studio whenever I want to. But yeah, it's such a long break. I love my pottery every week. I'm going to miss it. So I'm just going to go in and use her studio sometimes during the break, but 5 weeks off. What was I even talking about? Oh, Diane, you've messaged too. Yes, I love the relationship you have with your husband and how close you are with your mum, sisters, and nieces. I'm incredibly close to my family. I'm so lucky. I have such a beautiful family. I don't know what I would do without them. So, like I said, I haven't written this day. We're not going to do writing today because that would be hideously boring. But then I need to do the writing for this day. I've done part of it. This was so cute. This was Freya. This was a picture. She wanted to draw a possum, so we pulled up a reference photo on Google, and this was the photo she picked, and then this was her little drawing of it. That's so precious. I'm going to see if I can hold it up, and this was her here drawing it. I'll see if you guys can see it. I hope you guys can, but oh, it's just so gorgeous. I just love that sweet girl. She's so cute, and I love her art. Her art is just beautiful. This was later on. We were doing some gardening, and this was how great my beetroot. Melissa, don't laugh at me. But this is what my beetroot looked like when I pulled it out. Oh my gosh, I hope you can see it. It was laughable. There was no actual beetroot on there. I am such a novice gardener. I've never done vegetable gardening. This is our first year, and it's looking beautiful in the veggie pod that we've got. It's looking gorgeous, but then when we pulled up the beetroot, there was nothing on the end. Now, my sister and my friend, who are both very good gardeners, told me that winter is not a good time for growing beetroot, but if I leave them, they might just in the spring appear. So we're going to try that, but it's not like there was nothing there but just like a weird like wiggly root. There was no beetroot at all. I was very disappointed because Belinda, I was wanting to use some of it as doing some beetroot dyeing, and there was nothing there. But apparently if I just leave them in the ground, they might appear. So we're going to hope for that. Melissa, I know. I thought that they were going to be these most beautiful things when I pulled them out of the ground. There was nothing there at all. I was so disappointed. But we did eat the beet greens. We did. The ones that I'd pulled out. The ones that were still in there, I'm just leaving. So this is where I have got up to as far as writing. I've missed 2 days back there, and then the 10th I haven't even started writing, but I have got the 10th decorated, the 11th decorated, the 12th. Oh, I actually have written the 12th, it would seem. Look at that. So that's pretty cool. We've got the 12th written, and the 13th. Look at that. And then the 13th. And I am joining in with Alison from AJ's Inspired Life, her item of the month challenge. So you'll notice a bit of stenciling around. Here is some more stenciling. Haven't done the writing from the 14th. And that was the last day that I have journaled. Look how badly that is seeping through. This paper that I've got in here is quite bad quality. It's very thin paper. This was just what came in the binder. I just left it in here. So I'm going to back this because it's just seeped through so much. And this is Distress Oxides. I didn't think oxides would sink in quite as badly as it has, but it really has not held up well. So this was a Saturday, and this was the day we were shifting our rooms around. We shifted our lounge. We like swapped our lounge and bedroom, which has been so fun. What did you say, Melissa? Oh, beet greens can dye paper? I didn't know that. That's fascinating. I wouldn't have known that. I've got all of my photos printed off here for other days as well. I've got some of them just tucked in. I'm finding this binder tricky. I feel like in my other journals, I can tuck stuff in and it kind of stays there. In the binder, I tuck stuff in and then I move my binder anywhere and just everything falls out, which is a bit tricky, but it's fine. I am enjoying parts of the binder, and parts of it I am less enjoying. But that's what this year is all about, right? Like this year I am doing all of this experimenting with different size journals and styles of journals so that I can figure out what I like and what I don't like. And I think I like the binder for some things. And yeah, like I said, in other ways, not as much of a fan. I have been using rings. I cannot see it right now, but I am using rings for my one little word journal, and I'm really loving it in that. But I think the daily journaling, maybe I'm not as much of a fan of it. Oh, D, hello D. Does it make a brown color? I don't know, Melissa. Could you let us know what color it makes the paper? I would be really interested to know that too. If you've done this before, Melissa, we would be keen to know what color our paper would come out if we dyed it with beet greens. So let's just do something. I've been on here for who knows how long, and I've just rabbited on at you guys. I also would like to write down everyone in the comments who has commented so far so that I can put you all in a giveaway drawer. Oh, my scissors are so sticky. And they just want to stick to that paper. This feels like a risk trying to pick at this. I am just bound to cut myself, and my thumb wound is only just starting to heal up. Red, like, oh wow, okay, I wouldn't have guessed that the leaves would have done that as well. Wow, reddish, that is fascinating. I am definitely going to have to try that if I don't want to eat. I mean, I don't have that many beetroot, so I'm going to have to decide if I want to eat them or use them to dye paper. I could probably do a bit of both. I am sure that James won't mind. Oh yeah, it might depend on the beet, right? Sure, and I don't know, like, I feel like there's a good chance that what is the usual, like, beetroot here in New Zealand, we don't really call them beets here, we call them beetroot. Does anyone else call them beetroot? Like, I know that they're the same thing, but we don't call them beets. What was I saying? I don't even know now. I don't know what I was going to say. So if you guys remember, pop it in the comments. That is the amazing thing about being on a live is that often if I forget things, I'm like, well, that's just the end of that conversation because I can't ask you guys to tell me. But on a live, you guys might remember what I was just saying that I have forgotten. I have been doing a monthly collage calendar since May and I'm loving it. I'm considering stopping my one line a day journal and think it's becoming a little redundant. Yeah, sure. I can see that they could become redundant. What I love about the one line a day journal is that, well, it depends, I guess. Is yours a 5-year one? Like where they have the whole, like one day with all 5 different years involved? Because if it's one like that, what I love about that is that in 5 years, I can look at the day and I can see what happened exactly on that day for all of the 5 years, all at once, like on one page. And that's what I love about the 5-year journal. Yes, I am journaling the same thing in multiple places, which does feel awfully redundant at times, but I think I'm going to like it in all the various formats later on. So I continue. Well, I say I continue. I haven't touched my 5-year line a day journal in some weeks now. My collage calendar I am hugely behind on. I guess for me, my daily journaling like this that you guys see me do most often is my main priority, which I spend the most time working on. And I get a little behind in other things. Yes, you have a 5-year journal. Yeah, see, I like the idea of in 5 years being able to look back at all five years of one day in like one quick snapshot. I feel like that's very fun, and that's why I've not given it up. I've been tempted to give that the one line a day journal though, because I am real behind on it. Like really behind on it. It's going to take me a lot of work. Actually, I need to find where that is. It's actually probably... Did I take it with me on holiday? Yes, I did. It's still packed in my bag from holiday. Christina, I know you've probably mentioned this before, but how many years have you been journaling? How many finished journals do you have? I could not tell you the number of finished journals I have. I have a lot. I began monthly journaling, like doing a journal per month in 2020. I think it was the very end of 2019, I started journaling like consistently. I'd done some junk journaling stuff before that, but it was quite every so often, you know, like it wasn't that frequent. But in 2020, January 2020 was when I started properly like daily journaling. So every month since January 2020, I will have a journal for somewhere, and basically they're all finished. I did not finish December last year because most of you guys know why I didn't want to finish that journal. But that was the only one that I didn't finish, I think. I think everything else is finished, or as finished as it's ever going to get, you know? So I have a lot of journals. I have quite a big stack of them, and I can't reach them because they're up really high, so I can't reach them to show you them, but I have a lot. I have a lot. You just moved into your craft room, Melissa. That is so exciting. I feel like I almost need to pull everything out of my craft room and start again because my room is a bomb site. It's just unusable almost. It's ridiculous. Anyone who comes is like, oh, I want to look in your craft space. And I'm like, no, there's not even a hope. There's not even a hope. I won't allow you in there. Your relationship with journaling right now, Belinda. Belinda, I really miss your videos of you journaling. I love all your videos. I watch all of them. But I really do miss your journaling. I really do. I loved your journals. But I understand that you are in a different space at the moment, and that's totally cool as well. K-pop is my oxygen. I love redundant journaling. I will milk documenting the good experiences because they're just lovely to look back on. Please do not enter me in the giveaway. Sure, I will not enter you in the giveaway if you would not like to be entered. But I totally agree. It's wonderful, isn't it? Getting to document all those good things and get to just relive them over and over. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Journaling is a superpower. It means that you can relive any experiences you want to just over and over again. And it's just the coolest thing. It's the coolest thing. Where am I up to? What software do you use to arrange your images on the page? I use Canva. I just use the free version of Canva. Nothing special. It's just, it's a free thing, and it works like a charm for me. It is just great. So I totally recommend Canva if you want to arrange photos on a page. I just choose an A4 size document because that's what we print on here in New Zealand. I know that Americans, you guys have letter size, which you can also get on there if you print on letter size. And then I can just sort of see the image on my phone, and I arrange them kind of how I know roughly. I can sort of guess at what size they're going to print out at based on, I know this is A4. Oh my gosh, I keep saying A5. A4, so I know roughly how that's going to work, and it works like a charm. It's great. I love it. So I get all my photos just printed off so easily. It's wonderful. And it's free. You are not too late, Angie. You are not. I've only been on for less than half an hour, so I'll be here for a wee while. Do you always back journal? Yeah, I do. I don't love back journaling. I really actually actively dislike back journaling, the writing part. But to me, it's still important because I know how much I love reading my journals. So as much as I dislike back journaling, I know that I'm going to be glad that I did it later. So it's like a gift to my future self to make my current self suffer through the writing part. It's not that bad. I'm being super dramatic on how bad it is, but if I'm current with my journaling, I have no worries. If I let myself get behind like I am now, I just don't like it nearly as much. I'm going to try with July to just get on top of things. This month I was really determined I was going to be on top of things. And then when we went on holiday for a week in the first few days. I think it was the 2nd, that we left of June. And I didn't bother even taking my journal with me because I knew I'm not going to have a printer. I'm not going to be able to bring my things. So I'm not going to bother bringing it because I'll just do it when I get home. And that put me a whole week behind immediately. And that was the end of things for me. I just filmed a craft room tour this morning. Melissa, I can't wait to see it. That's going to be great. Hi, Sasha. So is it Sasha or Sasha? I always say your name Sasha. And I'm making an assumption. Yeah, please let me know if I've been saying your name wrong for years and years. Belinda, you say no. Lydia, you wouldn't let me in your craft room. No, I would not let you in my craft room. It is not for public consumption. It is way too much of a tip for that. Give Canberra a try. It's great. Yeah, you need to reorganize your craft space too. Yeah, mine is an absolute mess. Like, it's not a mess. It's like everything has just, like, all the piles have just slumped into the floor. So there's like a little track for me to walk through to get to my desk because everything has avalanched down all over the place. All over the place. It's very, very bad. Okay, we've got everything cut up. So we've made some progress. And now I need to remember, where does everything go? I also need to remember that I'm stenciling every page. A messy craft room just means there's a whole lot of crafting going on. And you guys know it. You guys are here for a lot of my crafting. I share most of it, a good deal of it online. I don't share everything. Like, I don't share when I'm working on Patreon mail because I want that to be a surprise for the patrons when they receive it. Things like that. It's Sasha, not Sosh. Oh. Sasha, not So. Oh, gosh, I don't even know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I can't figure out which one is which. It's Sasha. So it's Sasha? Am I right? Sasha? Sorry. Here's the problem, is that you have a different accent to me. So the way I read it is going to be different than the way you read it because of, yeah, the different accents. Okay, so some of these I've got stuff already plopped in. So this was the day we went into the city this day. I thought I had a photo of my sister's dog on here, but it doesn't seem to be there unless I put it on the wrong page. No, I'm pretty sure I did. And this is what I was telling you guys before, is that I tuck stuff in, I move the journal, and everything falls out and I lose it. Oh my gosh, it's way up. I've just spotted it. It's way away from me though. Sasha. Okay, I think I'm getting it. I think that's what I've always called you. So I think that I'm just going to stick with that. My mum we had a pet dog when I was a kid called Sasha. And she was the most beautiful golden Labrador dog in the whole world. And so it was spelt the same way. And so I'm never sure if it's Sasha or Sasha. So that's my confusion. This was the day they announced Junk Journal July, and I'm going to be a part of that. I'm very excited. And I actually, this morning, decided to prepare myself a little bit for this live by going back and taking notes on all of the days that I would be working in so that I could just get at least these days semi-organized because, my gosh, I haven't taken notes. I've been doing terribly with my journaling, really terribly. So this day was the Monday 17th. So I am going to just sort of shuffle through and see if I can figure out. This was all from yesterday, so I'll put those to the side there. They were from yesterday. Those are from today. That's not for this time. This is for today as well. That I think was yesterday. Now I've got to remember what else was what. Monday. Oh, I was helping. That was this day. And I wanted to put this on there as well. So, ooh, nearly spilling my coffee. Goodness me. We're going to just pop that there. Yay, notes. Yes, Paula. You are a great reminder of the notes. So they are going there. So then this was the Tuesday. What did I do? Oh, yes, I remember what I did Tuesday. My friends were in our little local area at my sister's house. So I went to visit with them. This was also the day I did my tag swap. So I'll pop that in there. Anything else? I'm just reading my notes just real quickly to check if there was anything else that I needed to write about there. Now, back on this day, we finished the latest season of Sweet Tooth there. So pop that there. This day, we watched this ridiculous movie on this day, which was Wednesday. And was this day here as well for Wednesday? Wait, was it? Yes, it was this day. And yes, this was from that day also. So that was Wednesday. And then Thursday was yesterday. So those bits go in there. Okay. Let me check the comments. Thank you for doing videos on fabric covers. They gave me the confidence to try it, and I love my July journal. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, I'm so glad. I haven't made a fabric cover in a wee while, actually. I should do that again. I haven't made journals in a wee while. I just filmed yesterday. I just filmed making my July journal, and that's going up on Patreon next week. It's going up on Monday here, Patreon. So it will not be a fabric cover journal. But when I was filming that, I was like, dang, it's been a while since I bound a journal. And that becomes apparent in that video, I can tell you. That's a spoiler for you guys that are patrons that are here. My abilities to make journals has clearly disintegrated. Because I haven't done it in so long. I think the last time I bound a journal was March. It's been a while because I'm trying out all of these different things, and I have just lost all skill. I have lost all skill, and that had become apparent to me while making my July video. I am just going to have a little more of my coffee. It's already getting cold. We've been here for half an hour, I guess. Now I have these things here as well. These are some little beads that I made. I want to make some more. But I just had made them in my pottery, as in like when I have like these tiny little bits of clay left, I'll just like roll them into a flat bead, poke a weird hole through it, and it's just a bead. And I didn't think about it, but I glazed them, and then I was, you know, and they've been made this month. I glazed them, and I was like, how perfect do these look with my journal? I think they look so good. So I think I'm going to have to make some sort of like tassel thing to add on here, because the colors just look so lovely with this cover, I think. So we maybe, if we get time, maybe we'll see if we can figure out how to do that. But I thought that is so fun. Let me see. Let me just check. Oh, the tag was so good. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really enjoyed making that tag. I'm a collector of journals, but I'm afraid to start. Like, it won't be good enough. I really have to overcome this. You absolutely have to overcome this. A journal is only as good as what is written inside of it, truly, as what you collect and put in there. Like, blank journals, they look lovely. They really do look lovely, for sure. I get it. I've got piles of journals around, but they mean nothing to me, really, until I've put in my treasured memories or whatever I want to write in there. And that is what truly makes them treasures, I think. And what's the worst that can happen? You have to glue something over the top of a bad page. Oh, it's not even like, I have really worked hard to overcome that too, Angie. Truly, I have. It has taken, like, it took a while to get to the point where I'm comfortable to just work in journals and to just appreciate them for what they are. This is a little matchbox, which I do not remember exactly what day I finished these, but these were these cute little matches. Look, they've got this little oven on both sides. How cute is that? So I'll add that in somewhere, probably as a tab somewhere on this journal. Let me try and think about where that was. It was earlier on. Maybe this, it wasn't Sunday, that's for sure, because I wasn't home really on Sunday. It might have been this day. Could have been this day. Could have been. Could have been, I don't think it was Tuesday. I reckon it was either Saturday or Monday. So I don't really mind what day I put them on. Realistically, it doesn't super matter. But it's so cute, these little like vintagey. Does it have a year on it? I bet it doesn't, because why would you need to put a year on the matchbox? But I wish it did. But it looks very like retro-y. I love these little ovens. They're so cute. So I'm going to have to include that somewhere in my journal. We'll put it on this day because I don't have very much for this day. So we'll just make it a Saturday thing. The beads are gorgeous. Thank you. It's fun to make them. They're just like, they're great things to make when I have got like 3 minutes left of my pottery class or something. Like, roll a ball, flatten it out, poke a hole through it, and then I get these fun ceramic pottery beads for whatever. I've got another one here. This one was from ages ago that I painted half white and half green. I've got heaps of them around. I don't know where they are though. They're in a box or a container or something somewhere in here in the mess of my room. Okay, it's been a full 34 minutes and I've not glued a single thing down. We've just cut out pictures. So let's start on this. Let's get going. I'm going to take this out. Now this is where everything falls out because this is what keeps happening to me. I'm going to try and carefully move this to the side so that we don't lose everything. And then we will have a go at doing a spread. This has been quite fun with the binder, that you can like you fully take your pages out and you work on just those pages. It really is helpful as far as there is no such thing as a hump in this journal because it's literally just flat pages every time. So that's quite cool in that sense. There's pros and cons of it for sure. I am going to back this because I don't like how that has soaked through so heavily. Like, I wouldn't care if there was like a little ghosting, but that's not a little ghosting. That is a lot of ghosting. It is very dark. Now, I'm just seeing, I had this book of paper around me somewhere, and it seems to have disappeared. I'm sure it was just over there before, but I've clearly shifted it somewhere else. I love your matchbooks. Lovely little treasures. They are lovely little treasures. I love them. We will never, ever, probably in my entire lifetime, have to buy matches again. We have hundreds of these boxes of matches. Hundreds of them. I used some, are they in here? Look. Like, this is another pottery little thing. This was the first ever thing I made at Pottery. You can see how like wonky it is here. But I still love my little vase. But look at all the matches in here. Like, there's just, this is just like not even a tiny portion of it. But if I tipped these all out, like, there is a lot of matches. And this was just like a few of the boxes. Just a small few of the boxes of matches. It's unbelievable how many we have. James picked them up in one of his auction finds, and I'm not sad about it because I got all of these cute little match boxes to use for my journaling. And I mean, I think he paid a couple of dollars for it or something. And then we got all these match boxes, and all these matches. We'll never have to buy matches again. How about a cut down page protector or several? You can put I hold your pieces and then move it to another page when you've emptied it. I've got it. I've got what you're trying to say there, Belinda. That is a good idea. I could definitely try that. I hadn't thought of that, but that is a good idea. I can interpret that. That is nice. Taking the pages out. I am binder averse because I am left-handed. Oh, yeah, that would be hard. But again, it doesn't have to be when you take the pages out, right? Like this is left hand, right hand. It's all the same here. The matchboxes are so fun. Hubby is very good at the auctions. He sure is. He is a real sweetie because he will go into the auctions and be always looking for stuff for me. I don't often go because I don't really want to spend a whole day at the auctions because I just will get a bit bored because a lot of the stuff is not really my thing. There'll only be a short section of time where I'm like, this is interesting, and then it's all past all of the bits that I would use, but my husband still wants to stay. So it's good. No, I don't want to use that. I'm just seeing if I can find paper. I'm getting so all over the place. Oh, I found that book that I was looking for. It's just this like graph paper, so it's very writable, easy to use. But he is always the sweetiest, and he's always looking to find things that I might like. He's one of the best humans in the world, I've got to say it. He really is one of the best humans in the world. I can't even tell you. Now, one thing I did not look for to make sure I had before I started this video, a few things I got myself semi-organized for. This was not one of them, was my glue pages. Where is my book of paper that I glue on? I don't know. So I think for now I'm just going to glue on the back of this magazine because I don't need the back of this magazine. And do I have a glue stick? Yes, I do have a glue stick, so that's good. Your favourite was when James brought home all the bread. That was so funny. He's such a dog. I absolutely love him. He hasn't changed. The other night we were in the city, which we'll get to, which was just this Sunday that I'm about to do next. and he bought just more sushi than is reasonable. Like, how long would you hold on to sushi that you bought, from a sushi place? How long before it's not eatable anymore? Like, you've held on to that, the sushi's gone too many days. I don't think sushi's one of those things that you can, like, just keep in your fridge for days and days on end. I could be wrong on that, but I've always been a bit iffy about sushi and how long, like, you can keep it. He bought just so much sushi, and I'm like, dude, you can't eat all of that sushi before it goes bad. That is unreasonable. What have you done? And then he thought about it. 12 hours. See, 12 hours, I would probably push to 24 hours. But that would be, like, max for me. That guy will eat food that is so old, it's unbelievable. But he bought, like, I couldn't even tell you how many packets of sushi. Probably, like, 15. Like, a stupid amount that I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't buy that much sushi. We don't have the money for you to just spend on so much sushi that you can't eat. So he's very sweet. Once he thought about it, he was like, yeah, okay, you are right. I can't eat all of that sushi. I got really excited at the prospect of a bargain that I bought all of it because it was, again, it's when these things are closing down for the day and they're like, we're willing to get rid of any of our leftover product for, like, cheap prices. He can't help himself. He just thinks he's got a bargain here and he has to get it all. So he bought, like, 15 packs of sushi, and we'd already just finished eating dinner, so it wasn't even going to be eaten that night. Like, he had just eaten dinner, and then he saw it. Not long. Cold rice and corn. I know. I am probably even pushing it, and that is because I come from my grandmother's family. My grandmother was known for having a stomach of iron. She could eat food at any time. When my grandma died, we cleaned out her freezer. It wasn't actually me, so I say we very loosely. I was not there. They cleaned out her freezer. I was 17 when she died. They cleaned out her freezer, and food had expired in there from before I was born. She kept that thing. She had a stomach of iron. She would feed me food, and I was like, absolutely, without a doubt, I can taste that this is rotten as heck. And she wouldn't know. She couldn't tell. I would have to say, Grandma, I am sorry, but this food has gone bad. I can't eat it. She had a stomach of iron, so I could do 24 hours of sushi. Like, eat it 24 hours later. After that, it's a no. He was eating it for several days, but he was very sweet, and he did decide to go and share it, his sushi, with some homeless people that he met, and he just decided to share it with them because he's lovely. So he fed a bunch of people in the city with his sushi in the end, but he still ate that sushi for like 3 days, which was horrifying to me. What a great quote. More sushi than is reasonable. It was more sushi than was reasonable. And yes, it causes food poisoning. It was a sushi. Yes, he's a bargain hunter. Your dad was like that. He could eat anything. You unidentified frozen objects. I love that, Belinda. It was absolutely unidentified frozen objects in my grandma's freezer when she passed away. There was a lot of who knows what from expired 18 plus years ago in that freezer. And when I am telling you this, she moved in that time. She took that food with her. She did not live in that house when I was born, so that means that food moved with her when she shifted. So, dang, she was frugal and never ate what was at the bottom of her freezer, quite clearly. So I don't have much happening here. Sorry, guys. I'm doing all the yarning. And I have not got anything on my page yet. My gosh, so I need to choose a stencil. That is something that I know. I'm going to just pull this one. I have so many stencils, friends, and I have no idea where they are. I've just been using the same, like, 4, 5, 6 stencils because I can't find the rest of them. So this was a very exciting day shifting our rooms around. Very exciting day. So it was exciting until it wasn't, and then it was again, and then it wasn't again, and then it was again. So it was I was all over the place a little bit. I was so excited to shift our rooms around. I've been wanting to do it for ages, and I finally just said, today's the day, and I'm doing it. And made James get on board with it with me. He is always down to do an activity with me. He is a real people-y person, and he loves doing things with other people. I am someone who typically works better alone. He is someone who always works better with help or with another person. It's not necessarily that I'm helping him, it's just like teamwork. He is a big teamwork person. I am if I get this done, it's going to get done much quicker than if I'm distracted with other people. We're just quite different in that sense. And this day I was like, James, get on board. I want you to help me with a project. And he was like, yes, a project we can do together. So he was right in. And that was very fun. So we shifted the furniture. It was quite a big mission, like figuring out which piece of furniture needed to be moved from one room to the next room, like first, like what order everything had to get shifted across at. Because when you first walk into my house, you walk in the door and directly to the right was our bedroom. And then in the room that you kind of walk into is like the dining room / kitchen area. And then you go through some sliding doors, and we had quite a large lounge, but that lounge was permanently in the dark because the sun never reached that side of the house really, and always super cold, and it meant that we had the biggest room in the house as our lounge, and it was never used, basically ever. And the lightest room in the house was our bedroom that we didn't use during the day. You know, we only ever used it to go to bed at nighttime. And that room was much warmer because you could open the door and the fire would heat up our bedroom. And so we decided, why are we living like this? Why don't we turn the lounge into our bedroom? Because also it was kind of awkward that our room meant that always one of us on the side of the bed had to like have like a tiny gap to like squeeze down. It was really hard to make the bed. Now that I've shifted our bed into what was our lounge, there's so much room to make the bed. It's such a good thing. There's so much room to make the bed, and it's wonderful. And now we have a warm lounge. So it just has made our house so much more user-friendly. I have begun making my own stencils today. Oh, because I can't afford the crazy prices. $7 Canadian for a 4x4 in person, or $15 shipping plus. Wow, that is I mean, I don't know what Canadian is, to be fair. That could be expensive, it could be not. I think that sounds expensive though, because I'm pretty sure that will equate to quite a bit more New Zealand dollars, so that will be expensive. I love that you're making your own stencils. That is super cool. I got a bunch of my stencils from my mum. She bought me a whole bunch for like a Christmas or a birthday one year, and so a lot of my stencils are from her, and I am very grateful. A lot of times I ask my family to buy me the more expensive stuff that like I can't quite justify myself. I will get them to buy it for me for my birthday, and it feels like more reasonable. That's what we just did at my house, swapped 2 rooms. It was tricky. It is tricky, isn't it? It's so tricky, like figuring out what furniture has to come out to bring that in, to move that there. It all gets a bit tricky. But then you have to go, yes, you do now have to go through my bedroom to get to the bathroom, which is weird. But we have guests like 3 times a year, if that. We don't have people at our house very often. So it just made more sense to us to shape our house around what works for us rather than what works for the people that come here like a handful of times, and less than a handful of times in the year. I'm going to choose this color. I think that looks pretty. So it is weird. I agree that it is weird that we will now have to have guests walk through our bedroom to get to the bathroom. But I also just don't care. I don't care. I would rather be happy for the 362 days of the year that no one's at our house than those, 3 days a year where it's a bit weird that someone has to walk through my bedroom. I can just clean my bedroom if I know I'm going to have a guest. We really don't have guests here. In saying that, I do know that in September we are having guests. So it's not optimal, but I don't care. I am not living my life to suit. Like, I'm not going to make my house work around people that barely ever come here, you know? It just makes way more sense to me to embrace it as I like it. 100% agree, Lydia. You live there. It has to suit you. It does. It has to suit me. I agree. I think I need to make sure that my house works for us rather than works for people that barely ever arrive. Hi, Cody. I'm so glad you're here. I'm still going to be going for a wee while. I have literally, this is as much as I've done. So you have not missed a single creative thing yet. I have cut up my photos and I've just begun stenciling. It's been like 50 minutes. So I'm going slower, even slower than usual, because I am talking even more than usual. So everyone who's on this live, you are absolutely insane to be here, because this is probably not at all that interesting because I'm just talking at you. I also really need to write down people's names. I haven't done that yet. Let me write down people's names who are in the chat who would like to be entered into the giveaway. I need to do that as well. So, I don't even know how to go about this. During hurricane season, we moved our beds to the living room as it was safer and cooler. They stayed up there till we moved. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's crazy that you guys have hurricane season. That is not a thing that we have here. Google says that about $8.50 New Zealand dollars. Okay, yeah. Bigger sizes for craft supplies jump so much. Same with jelly plates. Yeah. Yeah, jelly plates are really expensive, but I love mine. I love my jelly plate. For me, it's been worth the money. I can't remember. I think I got my jelly plate on a sale. It wasn't 12 by 12. My jelly plate's smaller than that. It's not a small one, but it's not 12 by 12. And I think it was maybe like 60 or 70 New Zealand. I can't remember, but I love it. It's been so worth it. Thank you. It is a pretty stencil. I don't know where it's from. Couldn't tell you. But it is nice. That's what I finally decided. I put the guest room furniture into the tiny room and it's cramped, but it might get used once a year, and I use my craft room every day. Absolutely, Melissa, absolutely. So, right, I'm going to write down people's names. Melissa, Belinda, oh my gosh, please can you put your name in the comment? And then as those come in, I will write them down, because I think that's going to be easier than trying to, like scroll back up through all of the messages. So if you're here, please pop your name in a comment and then I'll write them all down. And then somewhere I will pull names out and I will decide, we'll pull all the names out of a hat or something, and then they will be my 5 winners. So we've got Danny and Angie and Diane, and Cody, and Rosalind, Cody, Dee, Christina, Karen, and Paula, anyone else? I'll ask again in like, I don't know, a certain amount of time, and if anyone else comes in, then I can add them. So that's good. We've at least got some names written down now, which is wonderful. Okay. And the stencil, I love this purple. It looks so pretty on here. So I think I'm going to cut these apart, and I don't really know what else I want to add on this page, honestly. I haven't got anything else for the day. So, wait, was I going to put I was going to put that other thing on there too. So this is what our bedroom was like in the morning, and then bam, it was our lounge by the evening. And then this was our lounge in the morning, and bam, our bedroom by the evening. So that was pretty fun, seeing the change. And I'm going to just sort of like pop them here and here, I think, in amongst the stenciling, and then I'll be able to do my writing. And like I said, it was a little bit tumultuous because as we were going, oh yes, Jess and Sasha, yes, okay, I'll write them down too. Thank you for reminding me. They're also written down. They might not be here anymore, and that's totally fine. I will still absolutely want to have them included. And then I can try and contact them later if I pull their names out. So I'm going to put that up here. So this was in the morning. So we're doing a little before and after moment. How it changed. I really didn't take good before photos. Like they were already kind of, my before photos were kind of like halfway through the process, but all of a sudden I was like, wait on, why have I not taken photos? I'm going to want to document of this. So I took sort of like halfway through the process, not halfway through, they were just a partial way through, which I'm glad that I still have those at least to kind of remember what it was like before, because, you know, if we keep it like this for a long time, then I might have forgotten what that looked like. So I'm going to put that down there. And then I pushed so hard on my glow stick. Oh, Cindy. Hello, Cindy. Almost missed the live. I'm not done yet. Let's be real. I've been on for an hour and I've barely started. This is as far as we've got on the very first page. So you've missed nothing. You've missed nothing but me just prattling on. So, yeah, it's not a big shame that you've not gotten here until now. This is so cute. So I'm going to try and stick that on the side. We're just going to use double-sided tape for this, I think will be easy. Are your backs okay? Furniture's... Oh, our backs are luckily okay. My husband is pretty strong. I am not. I am not at all. And I was really sore at the end of the day. I was really sore. I have really terrible knees and hips. My back's not great either, to be honest, but particularly my hips and my knees are very bad, I think. I think they're pretty bad for my age, honestly. So I was hobbling around quite badly by the end of the day. But that's a-okay. I've got it done now, so that's good. I'm just going to attach that like that-ish. Whatever that is fine. Furniture is heavy to lift, though. It's a big pain to shift. Okay, so that's looking cute. I'm thinking I want to stamp before and after on like the photos or near the photos. I just think that'll look cute with my little stamps here. Oh my goodness, your name is Bridget. I don't think I even knew that. I've seen you around heaps, Plan Her Creations, but I don't think I knew what your name was. So it's so nice to know that your name is Bridget. Belinda, I'm about to drive to Kaiapoi. Hopefully I don't lose signal as I go. I might miss some if I do. Oh, that's absolutely fine. You don't need to worry about it, Belinda. It's so nice that you've been here. So let's do that. I love the tabs. I love turning these little matchboxes into my tabs for the day. I think it looks so cute. So let's just stamp our little before. I'm going to do both of them at once because it just seems to make the most sense to do both befores at the same time. You know, when I've got that letter in my hand, that seems to just be the smart thing to do, the fast way. So who has got anything exciting coming up? I know a lot of you guys are in your summer now. Like today is the summer solstice for you guys and we're winter solstice. Have you guys got any fun summer or / winter, if you're here, holiday plans or just anything exciting coming up? I'm really hoping I'm going to spell these words right because I'm not paying attention. But let me know in the comments if you've got anything fun coming up. I would be very interested to hear what you guys are doing. I love lives for this reason, that I can actually chat and hear about what's going on. I was just getting some lunch and could hear you talking about changing rooms. My teenager wants to change rooms with me and I think it will be a good idea, but it is such a huge job. So it hasn't been done. Yeah, it's a huge job. It took us all day. It took us all freaking day. But it was really worth it, I think. In the end, I think that we're going to get a heap more use out of both of the rooms now. Which is really cool. Like, we always just sat in our dining room all year round. We just sit in the dining room because it was the room that was warm and lighter. So now it's going to be really nice to be able to like use the couch. You know, our couches are not particularly comfortable, nice couches, but it's going to be nice to have that option to sit in the lounge, and we've been using it heaps since here, and then we have used the lounge heaps. We're loving it, actually. We're really enjoying it. So it was worth it for us to do that shift, even though it was a heck of a lot of work. It was 96 Fahrenheit today, way too hot in June. That sounds hot. I'm pretty sure that is hot. I don't work in Fahrenheit, but I think that that's like 30s, like upper 30s maybe. I could be wrong on that, but that's my guess, which is hot. Baseball games. Baseball is just not really a sport here in New Zealand. So funny. How we have different sports. I know a lot of you guys don't really do netball. And that's like big here for girls, particularly. It's a big sport. But I know a lot of countries don't really do netball. I grew up being a netball girl. But yeah, baseball is not something we really have here. Like, I'm sure it's around, but it's just not a big thing here. But that will be really fun, I'm sure. Oh, Emerald turns 15 on Sunday. Oh, amazing. Well, happy birthday to Emerald. My husband and I are going to New Orleans. Oh, that sounds so fun. I would love to go to New Orleans. I would love to. Oh, you might do it on the school holidays. When do the school holidays start? Is this the last week of term? Or is it next week that's the last week of term? I have completely lost track of terms since not working in schools anymore. I just have no idea when any of those are. This is quite boring. Like, I love the stenciling and I love the before and afters, but I still think it's quite a boring page. I don't know what I want to do to it though. I'm just going to pull out my little pouch thing here. What day was this? This was the 15th. Let me just check in my notes here. I think it was yes, this was the 15th. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. See which little 15. Oh, look, I might choose that one already just because it's got the pretty purple, and I love these butterflies. These were so fun to make. So I think I'm just instantly going to go for it because I think the purple will match. Another 2 weeks of school. Okay. And I assume that you guys have 2 weeks of holidays, right? 2 weeks is the standard, but I was talking to someone in my pottery. She's the person who runs the pottery studio, and her high school daughter has like 3 weeks off every school holidays because they're private school. So I did not know that private schools took such long holiday breaks. 3 weeks. Meant to be that number. I agree. I think it's meant to be. It's so pretty. Like, pretty how it just like the purples match up. I love that. Sorry, I've gone quiet while I'm cutting. You guys probably have seen me do this before on videos where I get focused in on what I'm doing and then no words come out of my mouth. There we go. Okay, where do I want to add this? I don't know. I think maybe over here. We might just stick it down about there, and then that little bit of wing might get cut off, but that's fine. We are on summer break. We start back school in August. I feel like I'm probably wrong, but for you guys in other countries, America, Canada, wherever, please let me know. How many weeks do you guys get for your summer breaks, like for schooling? Because I feel like it always seems like you guys have way longer than we get in New Zealand. Typically, I think it's 6 weeks that schools in New Zealand get for their summer break. And it always feels like Americans, and I don't know about other countries, sorry, I'm just lumping every Northern Hemisphere country in with America, that it always feels like your summer breaks are like 10 weeks long or something crazy. I could be way off base with that, but I like how this is looking. So we're going to just stop with this page and get on to the next one, because if this takes me an hour to do each page, we're going to get barely a thing done in this session together. 2 weeks of holidays, I think maybe longer as they get older for study break. Yeah, study breaks are all different. It's so relaxing watching you cut stuff out. Oh, thank you, Paula. I think 6 or 7 weeks at least where I grew up. 6 to 8. All June, July, and 3 weeks of August. 10, 11 weeks. See, that's what I thought. You guys get huge amounts of time off over the summer. The kids in New Zealand, they get 2 weeks off. I mean, how many other breaks do you guys get? And are they long too, though? Because in New Zealand, there's four school terms. And typically for like public school here anyway, there's 2 weeks for spring, 2 weeks for autumn, 2 weeks for winter of holidays, and then 6 weeks for summer. I don't know what you guys get in other countries. Yeah. Do you guys get the other breaks for like, yeah, I think you guys do. I mean, I've heard you guys talk about like spring break and stuff like that. We don't really call it spring break here. We just have holidays. I don't know. But yeah, I would be very interested. I, again, haven't worked in schools now for a couple of years, but did for a long time. I did 10 years of working in schools, and obviously I was in school like not long before that myself. So school is a good big part of most of my life. I've spent either working or being in school. Let me see what you guys have. We only go 4 days a week, Tuesday to Friday. You only go to school 4 days a week? Is that what you're saying, Bridget? It's crazy. When I was a kid in California, it was 3 months, June, July, August. That's so long. There's like 12 weeks if it's all of those months. It's insane. 1 week for spring, 1.5 weeks for winter. Interesting. We didn't have terms, but we got 3 weeks. Winter has 2 and spring was 1. Okay, so you don't have like an autumn, fall break. Crazy. And yeah, we have them in the 4 terms, we call them. I don't know. There's still a lot of holidays in PED days. The first half of the year, a good 15 to 20 random days off, long weekends, etc. We had 2 weeks in winter and 1 in the spring. Oh, wow. Okay, so you guys don't have all of them. Oh, you homeschool them. Beautiful. We do 180 days a year, but public school goes 4 days a week. No fall break. That is wild to me. Yeah, we split it up that you do 10 weeks of school and then you have 2 weeks off. 10 weeks of school, 2 weeks off. 10 weeks of school, 2 weeks off, and then 10 weeks of school, and then you get 6 weeks off. Because obviously for us, summer break is at the end/beginning of the year, because we finish schools here we roughly finish at like mid-ish December and then go back at the 1st of February. Pretty much around that time. Obviously it varies a little bit, but basically mid-December they stop school, and then when February begins, or the last day kind of January, wherever the Monday is, kind of school begins again. Yeah, interesting. Isn't it funny how all the countries do it differently? Okay, so this day I was in the city, and I went and had coffee with a friend in town. I went to church this day, and then my sister had asked my husband and I if we could go and stay at mum and dad's house and babysit her dog the night. And this is a photo I took of her dog on my feet where he decided he would sleep. I don't understand it. I am not someone, I mean, a lot of you guys might absolutely think I'm ridiculous, but I think you're ridiculous if you think I'm ridiculous. Dogs on the bed. No thank you. Dogs in the house. Borderline if I would accept that. I don't have a dog. I've never had a dog. As in, like, when I was a child, we had dogs that were our family dogs, but I've not had my own dog. But I just am not a fan of this whole dog in the bed situation. No thank you. But he wanted to sleep on the bed, and I know that he sleeps on the bed with my sister, so I felt mean saying no to him. So he had to sleep in the bed with James and I. I pulled out this because this was the day, I think there's a sushi sticker in here, and this was the day that James bought that freaking huge pile of sushi that he ate for days on end. There, some sushi. Perfect, I can use that. I'll leave that for now, but I know it's there, so I can grab it. Year-round school. They tried to change the system to year-round school. Okay. Crazy. So, no breaks for year-round school. I don't understand that. That sounds dumb. I lived for my breaks, particularly when I worked in schools. I lived for my breaks. So what do I want to do this day? I think I'm going to choose this stencil for this day. And what color do I want to do? Oh gosh, what color? I'm looking at my photos. I don't really have anything here that is like telling me you must do it this color. So we'll just look through the tin again, I suppose, and pick out something that just captures my eye. These are most of my Distress Oxides. I've got a few more around, but a lot of them. Maybe this one, Cracked Pistachio. That looks quite good. Do I want to mix it with something else? I did that recently. I did pink and orange, and that was really fun to do, kind of the mix. I'm kind of thinking maybe like peacock feathers. I don't know, let's just do it. It's not going to hurt. It's going to just be a fun experiment. So let's try it. And this one looks like it will be roughly the right colour, so we'll do that. I'm not too fussed that it's not perfectly the colour I'm looking for. It's close enough. So this is maybe where I'm going to have problems if it starts to like leach through onto that side though. So maybe we'll just do it over this side. We'll just do the stenciling down here. This part here is plastic, so the stencil's not going to work on there. So now I'm having to think about this a little bit, if I want to do this or if I want to do something different. I think I'm just going to do it in this corner. And I put the lid back on, so let's pull that off. I'm just going to do it over in this corner. This is cardstock, so this will not like soak through. I would be incredibly surprised if this soaked through. I've not pulled my stencil over enough, so we're going to have to do some tricky business with this in a minute, but that's good on the green. I'm sorry if I'm shaking the camera a little bit. I didn't think about that, but I certainly might be. And then we'll add in some peacock feathers. Oh, that's a lot more bold than I was remembering it to be. That is bold for sure. But pretty and bold. Okay, so now if I peel that up, what does it look like? Oh, it is pretty. I've got a brown smudge there that I'm not a big fan of, but we'll cover that up. I was thinking, do I want to try and like fix the part that I didn't put my stencil over far enough? So I'm just going to try and go in there and kind of bring the stencil across a little bit so that it doesn't look quite... Yeah, that's pretty. I like that. I think that looks nice. Do I want to add... I kind of want to add some up there as well, but I fear it will soak through. Peacock feathers particularly is quite a juicy one for me. So I think I'm just going to leave it with the one part. I think I'm just going to leave it. And if I hate it, so be it. And I'll learn to live with it. Sorry, that was confusing. They called our system year-round school, then tried to change to it. Perhaps it failed because of the name. Maybe. You made it to Kaiapoi with you all along for the ride. Lovely. Now, do I carry you chatting around the shop? Go on. Carry us around and chat. Tell us what you're buying. Let us know if there's anything fun. This coffee is absolutely cold, but I'm going to drink it anyway. Okay, so what was our photos again? So this was in the morning, going into the city using my mug that I had made, and I was really proud of it. It's not perfect, but it's fine. And then this was in the evening once we were back again. This was all the million snacks I was eating, like million snacks. It's embarrassing to even show. I do not have a bath at my house. So when I get the opportunity to take a bath, I really take that opportunity. So I took a very long bath at my mum and dad's house where we were staying to look after the dog because no one was there. So I was like, cool, I'm going to sit in the bath like all night. And I did. I sat in the bath for well over an hour, maybe close to 2 hours. And it was lovely. And I used a bath bomb that I'd had for so long. You know, people give you bath bombs and I love them. Don't get me wrong. But I don't have a bath, so I can't use them very often. So it was a very, very nice opportunity to just sit there and soak in the bathtub and use a bath bomb that I'd had in my stash for some time. So I'm just layering these images kind of on top of each other like that. Stick down you. Oh, you're getting meat. You're at the Hellas factory shop. You love. Have you used the mugs that I made you, Belinda? I was thinking about those mugs the other day, and I thought, I wonder if she's ever used them. I won't be offended if you haven't, but I wondered about them recently. Because yeah, I've been just having fun making a lot of mugs recently for gifts for people. In recent times, I've got a stack of them. And I was remembering that I think maybe the mugs that I made for you might have been the first mugs I made as a gift. No fire alarms this time? No, thankfully no fire alarms. I did not have to evacuate my bathtub due to fire alarms. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I am going to put that there and that one there, I think. Oh, you keep fresh parsley in one. Oh, that's lovely. You were thinking that too, Paula. That's hilarious. Yeah, I was not a big fan of bathtub evacuations, so grateful that that didn't happen again. I mean, this time, obviously, I wasn't in a motel. I was at my mum and dad's house. I mean, obviously, fire alarms could still go off there. I don't know if they've got them. I'm sure they do, but I haven't noticed smoke alarms in their house. I'm sure they've got them, though. Don't concern yourself. I just don't pay attention to their ceiling, clearly. Although they may not. I wouldn't put it past them to not have smoke alarms in their house. Let's snip off those little bits that are sticking out, and then I need to re-punch this just there. And there. Is that the right one? No, it is not. That's the one that I needed to punch there. Okay, so that's looking good. I've got my stenciling done, so that's good. And we've got our photos down. Now, was there... Oh, I wanted to put my sushi sticker on somewhere, didn't I? Yes, indeed. Sushi sticker. Can go on maybe down there. I'm going to use one of these yum stickers as well, just to document all of the food we were eating, because we ate a lot of delicious food. James had surprised me. I did not know that he had, while I was having coffee with a friend of mine. Oh, I should get my coffee stickers out too, actually. That's a good idea. He had gone to a bakery and bought all of this like yum bakery food for us to have as a treat after tea at my mum's house. So putting that little tasty sticker there. It doesn't match the colours, but I'm fine. And now I need to find, where are my little coffee bits over here? So I had a lot of coffee this day, as per usual. But this day I had bought coffee, you know, rather than just my little instants and sachets at home. I was having fancy coffee. This is a nice coffee cup. Could look good. I like the size of it. Oh, I've actually got coffee cups with dogs on them somewhere in here. That could be good too, because obviously this was a day of babysitting my sister's humongous dog. None of the dogs look like him, but that's perfectly fine. Their mugs are actually quite large though. This one's too big. This one is pushing it, but I could potentially use that one. It is pushing it for size, isn't it? I've got this coffee cup that I could put on here. I could trim around it because I don't want it as large as that whole rectangle, but I could trim around. What do I want to use? If you gave any suggestions of which one you think I should use, should I use I've got that one too. That one's maybe a slightly better size to maybe go down here in the corner kind of. Which one do you reckon? Should I use 1, 2, or 3, or 4? I've got 4 options here. 1, 2, 3, or 4. and my spread today. I'm going to sip my coffee. You guys let me know. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one will work? And I am not all that hungry, but I just am going to eat some of my peanuts and cranberries. 4, 3 or 4. A lot of 4s. A lot of 4s. The 4 is probably the better size. I would agree. This is my little snack plate for today. We have some delightful Swiss cheese, peanuts and cranberries, and a cookie. Absolutely loving it. Peanuts and cranberries are a current fave combo snack, which I like to eat together. It's like PB&J, but not. It just tastes like it, but in the format of a whole food rather than mushy PB&J. I like PB&J as well, but this is kind of fun to like eat it. Okay, so I'm going to go with 4 because that was vastly the most voted. So I'm going to just sort of, I'm going to keep parts of the splattery purple in behind, but I'm going to sort of trim it down a bit just because it isn't very tidily cut out. No, I want to go closer in there. I may not keep all that purple. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to just see, but I'm going to trim around it a little bit. Like this. And I'll see if I like these splatters or if I want to cut them off in a minute. I like the splatters, alright, they look cute. So here, or I'm just seeing where I like it. Maybe up here. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to ask for your opinions again. Here is space 1. 2 will be down here, and then 3 will be over on this page. So let me know where you like it the best. So the question, does real artisan cheese get the sweaty look to it when you leave it out of the fridge? I don't know. I always keep mine in the fridge. It does get, this, particularly this Swiss cheese, gets real liquidy in the bag. It's quite yuck. But the Swiss cheese is a very, I would say, quite a polarizing cheese. It's got a very strong flavor that I am quite sure not everyone will like. My sister and my brother-in-law don't like it. I love it. I think it's just amazing. It's so like tangy almost. It's so good. I do have quite aged Swiss that I get from, obviously I get this all from my husband's work, and it's wonderful. I love my fancy cheese. I can't believe I'm telling you, live and in color, how much I enjoy live and in color, sorry, how much I enjoy and appreciate your videos and generous way you've shared your life with us. Oh, Nancy, you're so sweet. I'm going to write you down too, Nancy. Let me know if you want to be entered in the little giveaway draw. And then earlier on, I saw Karen, another, I think you must be another Karen McNamara, because I had Karen K before. So, Karen McNamara, if you were wanting to be in the draw, I've also written you down. But let me know if you do not want to be in the draw, and I can remove you again. So if there's anyone else in the comments, anyone else here who would like to be entered in the giveaway, just pop your name in a comment and I will add you to the list of giveaway people. So please let me know. Let me see. 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. Okay, 3s seem to be winning. So that was over here. So I think we're going to go with that because we've got 4 votes for 3. Or at least one of them is a 2 or 3 vote. So we're going to just go with that. That works for me. How lovely. You know what? Every time I go through this journal and I'll come to this page, I'll remember you guys all helping me choose things and the placements and things like that. So that'll be special. I'll have to make sure I note it on the page as well, just in case I lose my mind at some point and don't remember that. But how nice. How nice. I'm just going to trim off that little bit there so that it lines up with the page, but I think that looks really lovely there, so thank you for that. Anything else I want to add? I kind of do feel like it needs a bit of something else. It's still not feeling very full. What was the date? This was the 16th, I think. So let's find my little folder, my little roll of numbers and choose out a 16. Is that in here too? Yes, I think. Oh, that one's got an 18 in there. That should not be in there. Let me decide what one. Look, there's another butterfly, the 16 butterfly. That one might work. I like that one. Most of these happen to be from my Patreon. Some of them, this one was from Belinda's Patreon. This is quite a cool 16. I don't exactly know what I want, but I've just pulled out a little handful there. And I'll just have a quick look and see if any of them instantly. This one I think is the one that's drawing me in the most. The colours on these just don't quite feel like they match as well as this. This has got kind of the green and blue in it alongside other colours, so I think this one will work fine. It's Friday here, friends. I'm quite excited. I mean, there's no real day that I dislike or like more, I would say. But I do my work stuff kind of during the week, and then I like to try and do other things on the weekend. So by Friday I am kind of often I'm looking forward to doing my other things. I'm really planning, though tomorrow Saturday is my brother-in-law's birthday, so I will be going out in the evening, I think, to have dinner with my sister and my brother-in-law and their kids, and my mum and dad will probably be going, and my other sister will probably be going, I imagine. I'm going to put it up the top. So I will be out in the evening. I don't imagine it's an all-day thing, though, but I'm really planning, I would like to do some good reading tomorrow. I have just been wanting to sit around and read a lot recently, and I haven't been able to because I've been busy with other things, so I'm gonna really schedule in some solid reading time. It was too noisy in the shop, I couldn't hear you, but I hope you enjoyed the tour. Thank you for taking us around, Belinda. Thank you for showing us the shop. So fun. Now, I feel like I want to add some washi tape, maybe. I'm just going to see if I can pull out this. So sorry for the reaching. What have I got in here? I need to do a big shuffle up of my washi because I've been using the same thing for a while. I might use that thin kind of tealy colour, or maybe this grid bluey kind of colour. Maybe a combo. I don't know. Let's go with the combo. I'm just feeling like I need to add some bit more to it. So I'm going to put a little bit down here. What are you reading these days? I'm reading, oh gosh, what is the name? It's the A Court of Thorns and Roses, but the second one. I'm reading that at the moment. I read the first one earlier in the month. I'm very late to the game with these books, but I just picked up the first one in an op shop while I was on holiday because I had heard about them, but I didn't really know what they were about. I just sort of heard that they were popular and good, but didn't really know much more about them than that. So I started reading that on holiday, and that was good. And then I've got the second one just on my phone. So I'm reading it on my phone at the moment, and I'm enjoying it. Yeah. So that's what I'm currently reading. I would also like to maybe pick out a non-fiction to read as well. I really like having kind of a bit of fiction and a bit of non-fiction to read, but I'm not actually currently reading a non-fiction. But I really do like having a combination. What do I think of that? I kind of like that. I like adding a bit of the washi tape. I think that looks good. Bit wrinkly there, but I like it overall. I think that looks good. I'm thinking about, I want to kind of do a bit of a title, but I don't know what yet. I don't know. I think that's fine. Maybe I'll do a title when I come to actually writing on the page and I know what I want to say. So let's jump ahead. That one was a bit of a quicker page. Then the first one took a full hour. This one I think only took half an hour. So we're speeding up. We're speeding up. Let's jump over to the next day then. They're not looking anything like super spectacular, but I'm having fun. And I do think they always look a lot better once the writing is on. So let's pull out all the things we need for this page over here and see what we do with this. Okay, so this is going to be, there's going to be some tricks to this because this has all got plastic down the side here and here. So the plastic makes things a bit harder. This day I was helping my sister. Oh, I need to see if I've got any horse images. I probably do somewhere. Let me just see if I can remember what and where I've got them. Because I know somewhere I made like a pouch of things that were... What's in this pouch? No, not that. I have a pouch of things that are relating to my family members. Things that I think will be of significance to them that I might want to like use to help me document something. Was it this one maybe? No, it's not. But I was just looking to see if I had any horse things because I was helping my sister Kate feed my sister Harriet's horses because she was helping Harriet while Harriet was away, and she felt like that was going to be tricky to feed two very kind of pushy large horses with her two little girls with her by herself. So I went to assist in that so that it was hopefully not going to be quite as hard. And I agree, it would have been very hard to do without another person there because they're big. She's got big horses and they make me nervous even a little bit being around them. Like, it's fine. I have been brought up around lots of horses and large animals, but they still give me a little bit of that nervous feeling, I've got to say. I think it's because I don't know them well. So I don't know what to expect from them, and I'm fine when Harriet's there because Harriet's so good with them. When she's not there, I'm like, do we know what to do with these horses? I don't know that I do anymore. I was fine with horses when I was a kid, but I've gotten quite wimpy in my old age. And yeah, I just don't know them, so I'm not super comfortable. I'm not sure if I have got any horses in here or not, because I imagine I've put the horse images over into my folder of things relating to my family members because I would use horses probably most likely to document things about Harriet. And I can't seem to find that little pouch of things about my family members, so we'll see if there's any other horses in here. But it would be cool to add that on. I would love to, in fact, add a horse image on here because I just really haven't used my magazine cutouts or things like that for, like, not well for a long time, and I used to love adding it on, so it would be nice to be able to do that on here too, but I'm not seeing any horses jumping out at me, which suggests that maybe I in fact did put them into that folder, wherever that folder bloomin' is. I've got this great image. So my sweet Va, you guys know my little Hazy, she got hold of some books recently and ripped up the book jackets, and then my sister was like, the book jackets are ripped, which she was sad about, but she was like, do you want them for crafting because they're paper and they're pretty? Look at this. This is a Wind in the Willows one. Look how lovely. So she said I could keep them. And this day, after they finished with the horses, they came up to my house and the girls were sitting and playing on my piano, and I was like, oh, that's perfect. Look, I can use this piano image to like talk about this story with them. So I am going to create like a pocket or something on here. I might do it. I'm not sure which page I want to do it on, but I thought it would be a very cute little pocket with this bear playing the piano, especially since these girls' last name is Bear. It's not spelt B-E-A-R, but their last name is Bear. So it's the bears playing on my piano, and then this book was called The Bear and the Piano, so I might even include that title part. I think I'm going to fold this in half, and this might get tucked in the pocket perhaps. Either that or I might clip it on. Might clip it on actually. Oh, we've got comments here. You love to read. I love to read, but I don't do it nearly often enough. Honestly, it's very rare that I actually make the time to read. I think I'm going to put it on, I should put it on this page because this is cardstock. This is going to be able to handle a pocket better than this very flimsy paper, but I really like it on this side. So we'll just swap that out and we'll find a bit of cardstock as my next page perhaps. Oh, Carrie, you're here. Yay. Hello, Carrie. I'll write you down as another person who's come to join the live. As someone to enter into the giveaway if you'd like to be in the giveaway. Let me know if you would like to not be in the giveaway because I have written you in, and if you'd rather not be in it, then I can remove you. Do you have that small clear container with little sticker books standing up? Oh, Paula, you genius. I know exactly what you're going to say. I have horse stickers in there, don't I? I do have it. I had it tucked away, but I do have it. You clever cookie. You just know my stickers so well. I am pretty sure I do have horses. Look, there's a horse one. Do I have any left? I may have used them all because of this very sort of thing. Oh, I have one horse sticker left in there. Look at that. Look at that. Do I have any on this? No, just a donkey, not a horse. Paula, I love how you know my stickers better than I do. You even know what container they're in. You're just a flippin' genius, aren't you? I am going to have to find some cardstocky paper. Just something, it doesn't have to be cardstock, just something a bit heavier than this paper. This paper is the lightest paper I've ever known. Actually, look, I've got this here. This is cardstock. This is like off the back of a refill book thing. Paula, yay, I love it. Now taking you all into the supermarket hunting for butter. Oh, I hope your butter is cheaper than the butter was the other day. It's gone up in price again, I noticed. It was like expensive and then it dropped for you guys not in New Zealand. It dropped and was like all of a sudden at like $4 something a block of butter. And that was like way cheap compared to what it had been. And now it seems to have popped back up in price a little again, which I was not best pleased about. I like it when my butter is cheaper. I hope you can find it for a good $4-ish price, Belinda, because $4 something is what I like to pay for my butter. These holes that are punched in here are not in the right spots. Wait, if I flip it, will it be? No, it won't be still. That's fine. I'll just punch some more holes. I actually will use this to punch holes because this is going to be the correct holes. There's a lot of holes in here that don't necessarily line up with anything. So let's put this in here. Punch these in. There we go. Look at all those holes. Doesn't that look ridiculous? And we'll flip that over like this, and then we'll make our little pocket here. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to trim down the bottom a little bit further because I'm going to just take off where there's some of that white text. And I'm going to cut it up across like this, somehow like there-ish. Groceries are so stinking expensive. I just want to quit eating, right? But I love food, so that won't happen. I get it, girl. Me too. Same deal. $5.69 is the cheapest our local supermarket ever has it. Really? Oh, that is expensive. It has been for quite a number of months, like $4.90 or something mostly, where I've had it. So $5.69 is a lot more than that, but it's still better than what I've been finding it last time I was at the shops, which was like $6.80 or something ridiculous. Let's do this. Let's see if we can make this work. So I love this bear too. It's so cute. I'm eternally grateful that my sister knows to give me all of her paper crap. All the papery rubbish that she doesn't, well, it's not rubbish to me, obviously, I love it. But to her, things that she would typically just throw out because they're ripped and broken and whatever, she's like, Lydia can find a way to use this. And she's right. I'm going to find a way to use it. I'm just folding it around the edges where I want it so that I can see where I need to put the glue. That's my plan there, is to use those fold lines as a bit of a guide for where this glue is going to run to make this pocket. like there-ish. There-ish. Okay. So now we will try and move those out of the way. And we'll try and get this to line up on here. Not perfect, but it's not bad. My theory on that worked pretty well. Just giving it a wee minute to take a bit of a hold on there, and then we can trim off the extra. I am also the garbage goodie collector for my friends group. Recent receipts, wrappers, stray Pokemon cards. Oh, I love that. I love that. I have certainly collected up some of my husband's stray, like, gaming cards. For sure. For sure. I've had random Dragon Ball Z cards and things like that added in. I think I've got a few Pokemon cards floating around somewhere that are like, who knows where I got them from, at what point, how old they are, I don't know. Yeah, I love those old, like, game card things. It's been lovely heading to bed. Thanks for being here, Dee. Did I get you written down? I did. Perfect. I will let you know if you are one of the people pulled for the 5 winners that we'll have today. Winners, people winning the goodies, getting sent some goodies from me, celebrating 5 years. There we go. I'm gonna need to punch another wee hole in there. Punch. There we go. Look at all of those weird and wonky holes, but I just love it. I love it. Do I want to add this on over here, just like onto the next piece? It won't be a pocket. It's just sort of like, I am going to do it. I'm going to do it. I think that looks quite cool, continuing on the piece so that it looks, I don't know. So this was my sweet little nieces doing, and I'm not sad about it. I mean, I'm sad for them that their books got a bit ruined, but fun for me that I got cute book jackets from their sweet little children's books that they love to add to my journal. And it was like really good timing that she gave me these book jackets with this bear at the piano on the day they came. Like, she gave it to me at my house when their kids were playing on my piano. So that was just lovely. A lovely, lovely coincidence. I'm just going to punch that wee hole there so that, look at that. So that's what the page will look like. I think that will look very cute like that. My wifey brings me home cool stamps and other ephemera. She is learning. Good that she's learning. Although the other day she cut a bubble envelope right in half. Oh no, that's unacceptable. Unacceptable, wifey. Don't do that again. I totally get it. The other day I came home and I had mail. It was my mail. And James ripped that envelope. I found the envelope of my mail, ripped it half on the, like, just busted open on the table. And I was like, excuse me, you opening my mail? He thought that it was a speeding ticket for him that he had gotten in my car. It wasn't. Luckily, that ticket never has arrived. So I'm hoping it means we never got a ticket. But absolutely, he deserved one because he was barely speeding, but he was a little bit speeding at one point. And he was driving, and we went past a camera van thing. You know, those cars that have the cameras in it. And he was like, dang, I think I'm going to get a ticket for that one. And we've not received it. And that was on the 2nd of June, and it's now the 21st of June. So I don't know, maybe he got away with it, but he was pretty sure, because it would be coming to me because he was driving in my car. He was pretty sure that it was that, but it wasn't. It was just a very boring bank mail. And I don't care that he opened my mail. Like, I don't get anything. Like, if he had opened a happy mail, I would have been furious. But opening, like, boring bank mail, I don't care. I don't need it. I don't want to even know about it. So he can just go for gold opening that. So with this, I think I want to add this as like a clipped in part that's like a additional little piece, you know, like that will be its own little page in the middle. I like that idea. So I'm going to just go ahead and, where did that bit of paper go that had my holes? Here. I'm just going to go ahead and punch in holes so that is that lined up where I want it to be? About like that. so I can just have that clipped in. I think that's going to look good. Hopefully I haven't clipped anyone's face. No, no one's face. I did clip someone's arm a little bit, but no one's face, so that's good. So that will just either go in here or here onto my thing. Oh, James, I know, what a rude boy. And then we're going to put this little picture maybe just like sticking there. And then I think I actually might make a journal card to document finishing off this show, because I've got thoughts on the show as a whole that I'll probably want to write about. I also need to do my stenciling. So that I think is going to go on this page. I'm thinking I might want to even try doing it in this kind of like burgundy color if I've got something that will work in that kind of color. Actually, I think I have a darkish color somewhere. It might actually be in my other tin. I have a feeling it's in my other tin. Let's check. Yes, there we go. Aged mahogany. That could do it. Let's do that. So, I'm going to do some aged mahogany somewhere over this side. What stencil would I like to use for that? I actually don't know. I wish that I knew where all of my other stencils were, is really what I wish, because we might just do stars, maybe. Stars could be fine. It's not about nighttime this at all, but you know, we're gonna go with some aged mahogany stars. Let's see if I have, oh, there we go, look. I think that might be the aged mahogany Bitto sponge. So I'm just gonna put that on here and just go for it. That color looks pretty good. It's not perfectly the color that I have, but it's pretty dang good. Sorry if I am wobbling the table. I do apologize. Just putting those stars in like this. How does that look? Oh, it's pretty. I'm going to try and see if I can keep going the whole way down. And I don't know how this exactly will work, but I'm just going to see and hope that this doesn't look like there's a weird like line where it was clearly, but that's okay. It kind of sort of doesn't look wrong. It does a little, but it's not bad. It's certainly not bad. It looks fine to me. And so I think I'm going to do a whole journaling card about Sweet Tooth that's going to get tucked in the pocket. This is going to get clipped in. This I think I want to put here, but then if the journaling card's in the pocket, is that going to cover up my beautiful girls? Do I want to put them down here maybe? Yeah, maybe I do. Maybe I want to put my beautiful girls down here so that they are not going to be covered up by a journal card. Yeah, I think we'll do that. It's not, I preferred them here, but I don't want them getting covered. I want to be able to see them when I open this page. So we'll do that. Oh, and on this day I used my teapot. That's right. I forgot about that. I need to include a teapot image. It was the first time I tried using the teapot that I made. I made it last year and I've never used it because I never drink enough tea to myself. James doesn't drink tea, and I do drink tea. I do drink tea quite often, but I never would drink enough of it in a sitting that it warrants a whole teapot's worth. It's a decent sized teapot. This is not like a one-person teapot. So I never use it. Okay, let's see the comments here. I don't own any Distress Oxides. Are they kind of chalky? They look like they are. A little. They are a little. I quite like that because you can still see them. They like still pop up off of like really dark paper because of that chalkiness. Yeah, I mean, I guess they're a bit chalky. I really like them. I own quite a number of Distress Oxides, but I definitely see that there are pros and cons to them for sure. So I own a range of different inks. And I think that's the thing. I think they've all got purposes that are different, you know, in every way. So finding what works for you is good. And like, just try, if you wanted to try them. I don't know if you actually care at all or not, but I have found it's good to just like buy one, give it a try, and you're like, yeah, I can see the merits of this, and then buy all the colors, you know. But you know, they're pricey enough, so I totally get not wanting to spend money on something if you don't know if you're going to like it. I'm just going to have a little piece of my Swiss cheese and this last bit of my cold coffee. This coffee has sat here in my cup for 2 hours. So it's very cold now. Let's stick my little... Did I have another photo for this day or no? Oh, it might have been that Sweet Tooth one. That might have been it. Where's that? Here, my last horse sticker. This does work pretty well. This horse does look. I'm going to just stick it right in there. That horse does look quite similar to my sister's horses. I think the teapot stickers are in one of the books. One of the covers is like black and white with some orange maybe. Oh my gosh. I was not going to look in the sticker book. I'm pretty sure I have teapots in here, but let's hunt this down. Are you referring to... Are you referring to one of these books? With the orange on it? Black and white sticker book with orange on it? If there are teapots in one of these books, then you know me better than I know me. Which is probably true. I don't know if there's teapots. There's definitely cups. I can't think of teapots. Tell me if I'm in the right book though, Paula. Because you might have something else entirely in your head. I might be just imagining what you were saying. There's the cups. I don't know if there are teapots in here. Oh, look, there's more sushi though. Had more sushi. Birthday cake. Was this the book you were thinking of, Paula? Don't know. I don't think there are teapots in there. But there are teapots, I'm pretty sure, in my tea and coffee situation thing. Look, there's this gorgeous teapot. That one looks really cool. I love that. I think I'm going to go with this beautiful orange one down here. My teapot is not orange. It is yellow, though, which is pretty fun. I made it. Made the teapot myself. It was a big challenge figuring out how to make a teapot. I'll tell you that. But we'll put that teapot sticker on down there. And that beautifully represents using my teapot. And then, was there anything else? I should look in my book here beside me. If there's anything else I wanted to talk about. Anything else? That's right. I was going to make sausages for dinner this night. So let's pull that sticker book straight back out. I was going to make sausages for tea this night. And I had them out, thawed out on the bench, ready to go. And James came home and he was like, oh no, I don't need you to make me tea. I've got sushi. So he was eating his old sushi this night. So let's find... I was not eating his old sushi this night. I was not keen on that idea. So I made myself basically this. Basically this for dinner. I had some... I didn't have a cookie though. I had salami and some carrot sticks, but it's like the same cheese, the same peanuts and cranberries. That combo has been like just my go-to combo of food recently. I just want to eat it all the time. Here we go. Here's the sushi. So let's go with you and you and I don't know, you. Let's just do like a little sushi stack somewhere. I think I'm going to put them over here. I don't mind if these kind of get covered up by a journal card. They'll still be there. I just think that that's like a fun little reminder of James's mega packs of sushi that he had. So that is effectively what the page is going to look like. But I do want to make a little journal card to tuck in here. And I'll put this on one side. And I think I'm going to grab out my stencils again. I am going to grab this florally stencil. And I'm going to grab purple. And if you have watched Sweet Tooth, you might understand why I'm choosing to do purple flowers. If you have not watched it, I mean, the purple flowers is no spoiler. They are in every season, I believe. But purple flowers is a key theme throughout Sweet Tooth. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that. Just eating more cheese. Sorry, guys. A little bit snacky. I'm not that hungry. I'm eating because eating is fun. And the food is delightful. I'm not hungry, but I'm not hungry. Let's see, this is too big? It's too big. It fits, but it's ridiculously large for what I need to write about Sweet Tooth. Where are my other index cards? Not the ones that Laurel gave me that I'm using for iCAD this year, but my size up, my 6x4 index cards. I don't know where they are currently. Hiding somewhere in amongst this mess pile, which is my entire room is this mess pile, just in case you're wondering. Oh, what are you? You might be a 6x4. Here we go. Here's one. This might be a slightly more, like, yeah, that's a little bit more size appropriate. So we're going to go with that. I'm going to stencil the purple flowers all over. I would love to see. This is going to be pushing my skill level. Let's do it. Let's push the skill level here. That can just stay out, and this can just jump up there. I would really love to try and stencil the flowers in purple and the leaves in green. I don't really think I'm as skilled as that yet, or maybe will ever be because I'm totally impatient. But I think that would look so good if I could do it. So this is the purple I want, because this is more of the purple from the show, like how the flowers look is this really bright purple. And then I'm wondering maybe Lucky Clover for the green. I don't know. It could be quite fun. We're going to try it. I'm very, very doubtful that I have the abilities to do this, but we're going to try it. I'm just seeing if I have another sponge that has like a darker purple on it. If I don't, that's fine. I'll just use this one, which has kind of got this lighter purple, but it's fine. Let's see. Can we do this? So I'm just going to try and be a bit more careful about like where it goes. I don't have to be like super fussy about it, but I'm just going to think like a tiny bit about how I'm doing this. And this is going to probably take me ages. So I hope you guys are really in this for the long haul, because I don't know how long this could take. And I'm probably going to get it all wrong and be like, dang, I just did a leaf purple, or I just did a flower green, or part of a flower green. And it's fine. I'm not going to be too phased about it, but I want to kind of try and separate it out a little bit. I just think it would be quite a fun little challenge for myself, and I think it could look really cool if I can manage to pull it off. What do you guys think? Do you think this is a good idea or a bad idea? We'll find out together, I suppose, if this was worth my time or if this was absolutely not worth my time and I've made an ugly mess. Yes. And probably I'm going to get a little quiet. I'm going to try to keep talking through this, but I know that when I get a little focusy, I can get a little bit quiet. So I'm sorry if I get a little focusy, because this does feel like something that I need to like pay attention to, because some of these, like the buds, are real similar looking to the leaves. So it's a bit hard to remember which is which, what part is what part. Yeah. Are any of you guys crafting along with me today? Or what are you guys up to while you're watching? Because please tell me you're not just sitting there watching. I mean, if you are, bless your soul, because this has got to not be that interesting, because I've really achieved very little in this whole video. But if you're doing something else and just sort of listening as I go, then I would love to know what you're up to. Let me know. Also, if there's anyone in the chat that has not sent me their name, please do, because then I can add you into the giveaway. We've got 5 little packs of stickers and postcards and things that I'm sending out to 5 people to celebrate that I've been here on YouTube for 5 years. I'm very, very excited about it. Definitely smudged into the leaf a little bit there, but not bad. I think even if there's little smudges here and there, it's not going to be too bad. I think that's all the flowers. I'm having a good look. My head's probably in frame because I'm really getting in there to have a look. I think that's it. And now I'm just going to switch to this one. I know it's not the right color exactly. Oh no, we've moved the stencil badly. let's see if we can line that back up. I probably can. I'm also seeing when I've moved that, some parts are not as detailed as I would like them to be. So I'm going to try and smudge my sponge a little harder into the middle parts. It's where these like middle parts get a little more like detaily that it can be a bit hard to really get in there and get that detail to come through the stencil. So I'm just going to really push. So I'm sorry if I'm bumping you around terribly, but I just do think it will be worth it. So my absolute apologies, but I hope that you'll be pleased in the long run with how it looks. Okay, that's looking good. Let's jump in with the green, which this is supposed to be blue on this sponge, but que sera, sera. More important things is getting this to look cool than keeping my sponges where they should, what color they should be. Oh, there's a bit of a leaf in there that I missed. So some of these petals are definitely getting a bit green. Definitely we're cross-contaminating here. The leaves are a bit harder, I think, because they're a bit smaller to keep just to their own color. I'm struggling a little more with that. Is anyone still here? No one's put in a comment in a little while, and I'm just unsure if people can still hear me, or what you're up to, because it's not coming up on my phone that anyone's commented in a while, which is totally fine. If you guys are just listening and not commenting, that's fine. But I'm like, are they still here? Is anyone still here? I've been talking for quite a while now. How long? Oh, 2 hours. We've been here for 2 hours. I'm very excited to have tried a YouTube Live. For any of you guys who have, I've never done a YouTube Live before. I've done Instagram Lives. Some of you guys may have come to Instagram Lives before, but I've never tried one on YouTube. So this has been a fun new experience for me, and I've enjoyed it. So I'll probably be doing this again because fun. I wanted to do a YouTube Live as part of like my courage year. This felt like something a little bold and daring that I've never done before. So I wanted to try out doing a YouTube Live. It just felt like a fun and exciting thing to try, and I am enjoying it. So that's good. Gosh, this is tricky, my friends. No wonder I've never done this before. I knew it would be hard, and it is. I am certainly getting things in the wrong spaces. But I'm hoping that the overall effect will look really cool and will give me really good Sweet Tooth vibes. These flowers look a bit more rosy, perhaps, than the Sweet Tooth flowers, but I think it will still give me the overall like vibe and effect that I want. Have any of you guys seen Sweet Tooth? I'd love to know. Oh. Okay, hang on. I'm getting a message from lovely Carrie. Refresh your phone, we are all chatting. Okay, I am so sorry. Let me just jump out and then jump back in and see if I can see it. Oh my gosh, look, there's so many people that's messaged and I hadn't seen any of this. Oh my gosh. Let me just see where was I up to? Here we go. Paula knows all the stickers. She does. And try one and then buy all the colours. Words of wisdom from any crafty enabler. Absolutely me. Gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. I did think, while this chat's gone real quiet, that's because my phone obviously had just not picked up any of it. My mistake. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Carrie, for messaging me and telling me that, because I was like, dang, it gone silent. And you guys haven't. So let me catch up on the comments. Let's do the reveal and then I'll catch up on the comments. Ta-da! Wow, that looks bad up there. That's gone too heavy-handed, but I think overall it's quite cool. It's quite cool. I am down for that, and I think that it will really work for me to talk about Sweet Tooth. The cheapest butter is $6.39. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Belinda. I did the 2 colors on a flower stencil, Carrie, this is you, and it worked out pretty well. It's just a matter of holding your tongue right. Yeah, I think I held my tongue almost right. Almost, but not quite right. So I got to work on that for another time. I'm betting on it will look good. Oh, thank you, Christina. I'm sitting here watching my grandbabies in their room. Oh, that's so special. I'm watching Getting Inspired. Yay, Angie. I'm working on my June flip tag journal. Ooh, 1 tag for each day of June. That sounds amazing, Diane. Karen still here. We are here, we're here, still here, still here. I went to get a bite of cheese. Cindy, that was the perfect thing to do. Here making dinner. No, not yet. I wanted to get back to filming on my channel, but I don't have a great support group here. They all think I'm crazy. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry that people think you're crazy. They shouldn't. I get it. I get it. Oh, hello, Jinx. How are you? Oh, you're back. Your internet went out for a bit. Oh, I'm sorry that went out for a bit, Melissa. We're just working on this journal card for my little Sweet Tooth documenting, which was a show I recently watched. Is my internet still working fine? I'm hoping it's all looking good. My fingers are now covered in Distress Oxide. I've got this little like spray bottle of water here. I'm not going to do that over my, what am I doing? Distress Oxides are very water reactive, so the idea of doing that over the top was foolish. And then I've got a little like cloth that I just am keeping in here because I can't find my wet wipes freaking anywhere. So I've ended up just using a cloth and some water spray to like wipe things down. And this one here, I put some like DIY cleaning spray to like wipe my desk and stuff. So this is just my little like vinegar and essential oilsy spray that I've got there. So that's what I'm doing to clean myself up. There, I'm a little bit less green. Love your creative process so much. Oh, thank you, Jinx. Jinx, would you like to be entered into the giveaway? I'm going to be giving away 5 little packets of stickers and postcards and things for people in the chat here. So if anyone else is in the chat, like is here but hasn't written their name in the chat, let me know and I will pop you in the little giveaway drawer. And then at the end, I will draw out who is the winner. Let's just stick this down. And then on the back, I can write all my thoughts about the show because this show's all finished up permanently now. There was 3 seasons and it's all complete. And I just will want to write my thoughts about it. I know I will. So this is going to give me a good space to write about it. I don't know if anyone... Oh, you're already entered, Jinx. I put your name in. I put it in. All good. I just wanted to know if you actually wanted to be entered because I know not everyone will. And so if people don't want to, that's totally fine. Look at that. That's sunk, like the oxide's soaked right through parts of that in this space. But look, that's going to get tucked in there. This will get clippity clipped on. This is very bold for this page. It doesn't really match, but I don't really care because matching can be overrated. Yes, I like my journals to look pretty, but I feel like this really helps me tell the story of the show. So that makes me happy. Okay, let's get my journal. It's been piled, things are piled on top of it. So I'm digging through all of my, sifting through the crap to get to my journal, my binder journal here. And we will pop this in here. So this was the 17th and I have not put a date number on, which I can do. So that's going to go in there like that. Then we'll pop that on here. And that one's going in there. Oh, does this line up? It's because I had the wrong hole. There we go. Oh yeah, Carrie's gone and subbed to Bridget. Bridget, do I follow your YouTube channel? I'm not sure if I do. I'll have to go and find that. There we go. That's my cute little page there for the 17th. I've got a good amount of space for writing there and always with a pocket. Pockets are wonderful because if I write on here and have more to say, I can put another journaling card in there. There's no limit to the number of journaling cards I could add to there. There is absolutely a limit, but I don't know where it is and I don't care. This side I may need to cover because this is quite shiny cardstock here. Oh, Melissa, that's so nice. And Carrie, you guys are great. We all need to support each other, and that's lovely. I love it. Okay, this day was a day that in the morning I had made this tag. Maybe I could just stick this tag on here. And then add these photos in and then just have this space for writing. That way I don't need to back this because this might just become a straight up like decorative page. Let's just see if that will work. So I'm going to cut these photos in half, and I'm going to try and add them in. Will that work without cutting anyone off too much? I don't know, something like that. And then I may add this on as like a tuck spot, maybe. Let's do that first. Oh, look at you guys. You're also wonderful, looking after each other and subscribing, and that's just lovely. You guys are the best. That makes me so happy. Okay, so I've just glued that in like this shape. So it's going to be like a tuck spot on here. Who watched the video of me putting this tag together? I loved using the tinfoil. That was like a really surprise love of mine. I didn't realize that I was going to love tinfoil in my crafting so much. I'm definitely going to play around with that more, because I really think it looks so good. I really liked how it turned out. It turned out even better than I imagined it was going to. So I love that. Stuck that on. Let's actually take these pages out, because it's going to be so much easier to work flat than it is in this binder. This binder is not easy to work in. Okay, here we go, here we go. So I'm going to try and put these pictures, that's going to, if I put that about there, that will work. I think the hole punch will go above the people. And then this was so sweet. Oh, this is my little Frey. This is a friend of mine who was like a really good friend of me and my sisters in high school. Like we didn't go to high school with her. She was from our youth group. And she was visiting for a bit, so that was so nice to see her and her husband. I've also known her husband for quite a long time, through church stuff as well. And yeah, I think I've probably known him for maybe, I don't know, 16, 17 years as well. So quite a long time. That cannot be right, but I think it is. That just sort of blows my mind. But yeah, so it was really nice to see them and their kids. And let's straighten that up a little bit. There we go. And then just watching Freya and my friend's little girl. They're only a few days apart, like about 2 weeks apart, I think, in age. So it was just so sweet watching them together. And gosh, that was so funny. They're just hilarious. So I'm going to add those photos in there. They were throwing rocks off the bridge into the river together. And it was just beautiful watching them chat to each other. It was so cute. Let's see what I've missed here. You watched and you loved the foil. I did. I was nervous with the foil, but it turned out great. I was nervous with the foil too. You guys have no idea. I am just like this crazy bold person filming these real experiments. Like doing this live is really quite wild, because I don't know if anything that I do is going to work ever. It's all a total experiment, and normally if I'm filming it, I can always delete the video if I hate what I've done, but not live. You guys are seeing it happen as it happens. So that's looking cute. I might try and add like some pattern paper or something. I don't know. I should have maybe added it all the way in the background to begin with, but que sera, still looks fine. And then this is going to be just like the side for writing, and I think I'll do some stenciling here, and I think I might try and choose maybe like this pink color, because that would be nice to add that on this side as well, I think. I was worried because the foil is super sharp and you kept running your hand over it. The foil has no mercy. I have not actually found our foil here to be quite that sharp. Like, I don't think I think it would just sort of like squish up before anything would happen. So I never even considered that foil could be a danger to myself. I've never been cut by foil. That's so interesting. Is foil maybe sharper in other countries? I don't know. Maybe we have very, very forgiving foil here. I don't know. That's so interesting though. Stenciling looks amazing. I'm loving the stenciling. I can't believe Alison, who runs this challenge of doing a new item every month that I've been following along with, she was like not keen on the idea of stenciling, and I was like, are you kidding me? This one excites me more than anything. I just love using my stencils. I wish I knew where my stencils were. because I have some really beautiful stencils and I just have no idea where I've put them, and I'm so annoyed at that because the month's nearly over and I just assumed I would find them by the end of the month, and I have not. So that's lame. So we're going to have to cycle back through one of these stencils we already used because I'm getting down to the wire of what stencils I've got. I've got this one, which I could use, but I just don't know that I want that one for this. So I'm kind of thinking I may go back to this one or this one. Yeah, I've got more stencils than this somewhere, but they are in a folder, and that folder is somewhere lost. Foil cut's worse than paper cuts. Really? I have never had a foil cut. Ever. I'm requesting more lives. It's so fun. Oh, you're so sweet. I will definitely do some more lives. I'm still watching. You could chat, but couldn't chat as I had visitors arrive. Oh my gosh, you're streaming on the TV in the lounge. Oh my gosh, all your visitors will have heard me now. My insanity. I think I'm going to go with this one. I like the length of it. I feel like it kind of semi-mimics that one. You missed the foil video. You missed making this tag. I did share it on YouTube, I think. It was YouTube. Sometimes I forget what I put on YouTube and what I put on Patreon. But I believe it was YouTube making this foil tag recently. And it was so fun. So if you want to find that one, you can scroll back. You have to get up early. Oh, good night, Carrie. Thanks for coming and joining. I'll let you know if you're pulled out as the winner. I'm not sure when I'll be doing that, probably at the end, which probably, friends, might not be too long. I've been going for 2 and a bit hours now. I think probably we'll maybe finish up this page and then perhaps I might call it a day there for the live because I have got to go and do some other things this afternoon as well. I would like to get a little bit of housework done, which is quite boring compared to being on a live with you guys, I've got to say. But I do think it's time because since shifting our rooms around, I'll tell you what, things have not all been put to where they need to go yet. There's a lot of piles happening in both. Well, the lounge, our current lounge, old bedroom is looking pretty good, but our current bedroom was our old lounge is not looking pretty good. It's got a lot of stuff piling up, and I do think that it would be so nice for poor James getting home from work and there not being piles everywhere, I think. So good night, Carrie. I don't know if I've probably already missed you in saying that, but good night, Carrie. Thank you for being here. You're loving the stencil challenge. Sonia, hello, Sonia. I didn't know you were here. Would you like me to write you down in the giveaway list? I've written you down. Please tell me if you would rather not be on the list to win the giveaway packs, and I can take you off. But I've put you down because I see you there, and I'm so glad you're here. I probably won't be on for too much longer, as I was just saying. I really do need to get a little bit of housework done, which is so boring. I am aware, so boring, but does need to be done because it's Friday, as you guys, I've told you already, it's Friday here. This is coming out a weird color. There's obviously like a brown underneath this pink, and it's making this pink not as fresh and bright and vibrant as I would have expected it to be. It's getting a little bit browny, which is also good. I like brown. What was I just saying? My gosh. I'm just going to drop that down so that the stencil lines back up again and so that I can just get the bottom because I can see that my stencil didn't come the whole way down and I do just want it to go the whole way around. Look at that. Isn't that quite cute? Quite a cute little surrounding stenciling. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, something about cleaning my room, so it was probably boring. Probably boring as heck. You've been enjoying the stencil challenge too, Sonia and Melissa? Yay, I have been super loving it. I just think stencils are so fun. Gosh, I really am so tempted to try and attempt to stencil up in here. This feels like a risky move on my part, but we're going to try and see if I can do this. Now, think about this, Lydia. Think about how you can make this work in your favor. Don't rush into it and then make a big ugly mess. Here's a bit of a scrap magazine. Not gonna work. What I need is a scrappy piece of paper from my bin. Let me find my rubbish bin. Here we go. This might work. So if I do this, and from here, get a pen, Oh, you'd love to be on the list, Sonia? Good. Oh, Donna, you're here too. You're late joining. Donna, you're a lovely person. I'm writing you down too, Donna, on my list of people to draw for the giveaway. Please let me know if you'd rather not be drawn as a giveaway person, and then I can remove you. So I'm just going to fold this where my tag is. I might not even need the pen. I might be able to do this just entirely with folding like this. This is going to get tricky. We'll see if we can make this work, but I'm folding this up against the edge of my tag, and then I've got to try and hold it there. This is going to get so tricky, and honestly this is quite shiny, so I don't even think that this is going to work. So we might be doing some ridiculous stenciling that won't even work. It's fine. We're going to just give it a go. And then from here I'm going to try and stencil down onto this, and I can tell it's not going to stick very nicely, but as in this ink is not really sticking that well to. I'm actually going to turn this over and try using this blank part because it's really coming out quite brown, and I would prefer it to be a little bit of a prettier pink. And I'm just adding that stenciling in across the top. It's really not working very well at all. It's not, because of this being so shiny. This sort of ink doesn't work with shiny. You can see there, ooh, it's just like a brown muck. Yuck, I don't even like that. But I'm going to leave it. It's giving a little bit of something, and I'm going to try, I'm even going to do it down here, even though I know I don't like it, because I just think something is better than nothing, and I'm just going to leave it to sit and hope that it will dry with time, maybe. I just think adding a little bit of stenciling down here will just sort of fill in the gap. And it's not pretty, and it's not really even showing up. Wow, that is remarkably not showing up down here. That's weird. It showed up a lot more up the top there. I'm not sure why it's really not coming out now. Let's just see if we can do this. Nope, that's not very effective either. Okay, I think it'll be a little, there's a little something there. It's a little bit there. And I'm going to do it up the top here too. Just like in there. I just think that leaving it plain white is a bit boring. So at least adding the stenciling, we'll see if it sticks. It might all just wipe off in 20 seconds, but we're just going to add it in case that makes the page look better. It does make it look better for now. I just don't know that it will last. That needs to go back on there because I've missed a big chunk down the bottom there. So I'm just adding that on. So we're going to go like that and just say that we are hoping for the best, that that will dry and anything of that will stay. But I don't know if it will. You would love a chance for the giveaway? Perfect. I'm happy to be here. I would love to be on the list. Perfect, Sonia. What kind of sponge do you use? These are just like cheap makeup sponges I got from Kmart. I'm pretty sure they had like a big pack of these triangle sponge things, and they just, yeah, cheap makeup sponges, and they work a treat. They really work a treat. Oh, I just remembered this. This was in my like things to use. This was supposed to go on the Saturday that we shifted our room around, because I had this lovely candle from my sister, which I finally put out this day. So I'm going to just leave that page like that, I think. I don't have anything else to add, and this will just be my writing, and then this is the pretty decorative side. So that looks fine to me. I'm just going to, I think we're just going to leave this page out to dry for a bit, because it's, that side particularly is quite damp. And then we're going to just pop back into the journal really fast, back to this day, because this was the day I wanted to put this in here. I think that I could peel the sticker up. I was pretty sure I was going to be able to manage that. Let's see though. Let's see. Because I couldn't guarantee that the whole way will go up properly. Oh no, I think we're good. We did it. So I might just add this little, I kind of like it over here. I'm just going to add this little like sticker on the page, and then there's this little other bit of sticker at the bottom, which I might just sort of overlap there a little bit. And that's just adding a little bit more of my day on there. And then I will trim off this edge. Oh, cool. I've been trying with weird soft Velcro, and it doesn't work well. Huh. I had never, that's really clever to have come up with that. I would never have thought to use Velcro, but I can see your thought process there. It doesn't work well. That's a shame. Makeup sponge. Yeah, really, I just got like a big pack. I think it was like, I don't know, 15, 20, I don't know, of these like triangle makeup sponges for a few dollars. It wasn't too bad. And so I've got just like a bunch of them. And they work really well. Definitely recommend. Makeup sponges, rounded ones, soft makeup sponges are brilliant for stenciling. Yeah, I haven't used the rounded ones. I've just got those like kind of wedge shaped ones, and these work great too. I often will just sort of bend them and use them like that. So I get a color on one end, a color on the other end, and then a bend color on the other side. And so I can kind of use one sponge for 3 different colors, and I find that works pretty right. Rounded ones, soft makeup. Oh, makeup brushes. Brushes. Haven't used brushes, but I bet that would work too. So this is what we've got done. I had intended to get so much more done on this live, but I have just yarned your ears off. So thank you for being here, friends. Let's do the little giveaway draw. I'm not sure exactly how I'm doing this. I've got all our names. My name's not on there though. So I'm just going to cut them all up and we'll put them in a little container or something. So let's find a vessel. Where is a vessel that I can use for this? Here's the problem. All my vessels are filled to the brim with bits. Actually, look, this box that we just peeled the sticker off. That'll work. We'll pop all of our names, all of my lovely friends' names in the box. And then we'll pull 5 of them out. And then most of you guys will be on Instagram. So if I pull out your name, please, and obviously apologize for my scrappy handwriting. I can do better, but I didn't. If I pull out your name, do you want to message me on Instagram? Or if you don't have Instagram, let me know and I'll give you my email address so that I can get your addresses so that I can send them out. And I'll do that ASAP as possible. So let's put all your names in. A lot of you guys I will know from Instagram. Some of you I don't recognize from Instagram, but that could be that I know your Instagram handle and I don't know that it matches up with your first name, which is terrible. And I do apologize if you're one of those people that have an Instagram. I bet there are plenty of people out there who have no idea my name's Lydia. They just will call me February and June, and I don't mind. But there will be definitely people in here potentially that you guys may follow me on Instagram, and I might recognize your Instagram name, but I might not have like put your first name and your Instagram name together, if that makes sense. Okay, so that is just about everyone done, and I'll give it a little shake up and we'll pull out 5 names. Who's excited? Who's excited? I'm just gonna, oh, excuse me, I'm just jumping back in here. Is it my live chat? Here we go. What a joy this was to actually be live with you. Oh, I will try and do more. I will try and do more because I've enjoyed it. I used to do lives on Instagram, not heaps, but sometimes, and I loved doing them, and I do really enjoy it. I just haven't done it for a while. I just sort of fell off of it, and I don't know why. And it was my goal this year to build up the courage again to get back to doing lives, and here I am doing one, and I'll do more. Okay. You've loved the live chat, a great way to spend the evening. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Diane. Thank you, Angie. This has been a blast. Congratulations on 5 years. Thank you. Here we go. First name pulled out is Jess. Yay. And Jess, you're just in New Zealand, so that is not even too far. Here we go. Next name. I'm not looking, I promise. Here we've got Donna. Yay. Next name. We have Angie. Yay! And again, we've got 2 more to go, friends. 2 more to go. Who is it going to be? We've got Karen McNamara. If you're still here, Karen. Woohoo! And last name is... Who's in here? Who have I pulled out? We have... Cindy! Yay! Thank you guys so much for being here. If you guys are on Instagram, please message me your address there because you don't need to share it with everyone here on YouTube. And I will get those sent out to you as soon as I can. I've got them already packed up. I just literally need to get your addresses and some postage, and then they will be sent out. So if you guys are on Instagram and you follow me there, please let me know. If you are not on Instagram, then leave a comment and I can get you my email address so that we can email and we can figure out where I need to send these to. So thank you so much. And the winners were Jess, Angie, Donna, Cindy, and Karen McNamara. So if you guys are, I'm going to have to try and figure out who's here and who's not here and let people know, because I don't exactly know how to contact everyone. So if you're here, please go ahead and message me on Instagram or let me know as soon as you can to send an email. So thanks guys for being here. Loved being on this live with you guys. Loved it so much. So I'm definitely going to do this again sometime soon. I hope you're all well, and I'll catch you guys again next time. Bye, friends.